FM 91.7.
Hi, good morning. Good morning from Nigeria. It's 11 a.m. Nigeria time. And welcome to Women Radio 91.7 FM. This is our last minute appeal on House Bill 1349, the special seats bill reserved for women. Today, we raise our voices one more time to appeal to the 10th National Assembly to please vote yes when the bill is presented. This is about women's political representation. It's about fairness and giving Nigerian women a stronger voice in governance and in leadership. My name is Tom Okewale Shunaya. I'm very humbled to be doing this, and for the next 55 minutes, we will break down what this bill means, why it matters, and what Nigeria stands to gain when more women are in public office. We have quite a number of ladies who will help us to, digest and analyze what we're doing. HB 1349, it's called House Bill 1349, is the special seats bill reserved for women, and it seeks to create additional seats for women in the National Assembly. This is not about taking positions away from men or women who are currently serving at the National Assembly. It is about giving women the opportunity to participate, to contribute, and be part of the decision making that shapes our dear country, Nigeria. And what comes to mind are countries that have adopted similar measures: Rwanda, Senegal, South Africa. And we can see how these countries have stronger governance, better representation, and faster development. And of course, our dear Nigeria cannot afford to be left behind. And this is why today on Women Radio 91.7, we're making this last minute appeal. This bill will be tabled soon before the 10th National Assembly. Lawmakers are listening. Public pressure matters, and your voice matters. And this is a moment for every Nigerian woman, every Nigerian man, every youth, and ally to say, vote yes for the special seats bill reserved for women. The time is 3 minutes after 11. This is Women Radio WFM 91.7. We're putting this special program together. My name is Tomo 917 09155 917 917 09155 917 917. And we have a toll-free line for women, which is 0800 123 5917. You can also WhatsApp and text on 08155 917 917 and 07031 756 537. As I'm speaking, you can watch us live at WFM 917 on YouTube, on Facebook, and you can also listen live wherever you are all over the world at www.wfm917.com. The first person I'm going to be calling on is Fabia Ogumekon. So I need you, Emmanuel and Michael, to please allow Fabia to talk. Please allow her to unmute herself. Fabia Ogumekon. Fabia is a lawyer. She's a development consultant. She's a principal consultant at Adaba Initiatives. Fabia, are you here? Can I hear you? So, Michael, you need to unmute Fabia for her to be able to talk. I would also be talking to Itunoluwa Maria Shoneregun at some point in time. I will be talking to Princess Haman Obels, director of the Electoral Hub. There are quite a number of ladies I'll be talking to here today. So, Emmanuel and Michael, I need you to know that you could hear me. I need to be speaking to Fabia. If I can't hear you, then I don't know, So can you please respond to me one way or the other? We need to have Fabia on.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Thank you. Thank you, Fabia. Thank you, Fabia. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Greetings from
So
Port Harcourt.
I know that you're in Port Harcourt this
Yes.
morning, and this is the beauty of technology.
Yes.
So, Fabia, as I said, and I know how you have been pushing, when it comes to women's issues. I know how you push. You're a lawyer, you're a development consultant, you're the principal consultant for Adaba Initiatives. Can you please say one or two things on why we need to be, why the legislators, the House of Representatives, the 10th House of Representatives need to pass the special seats? Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Sis Tong, for having me on this. And it's a pleasure to be here this morning. So good morning to everyone who's online and all of us who will hear this message and contribute. Thank you very much. I've been introduced already, so I'll just go straight, to my points. So, we all know now that it's not news that women in Nigeria face all kinds of barriers. We've just come out of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. And while we know that it's not purely a women's issue, we know that majority of survivors and victims of gender-based violence are women. And, gender-based violence is just one of many, many rights that are infringed when it comes to women daily. There's women's health issues, there's family-related issues, there's all sorts of things. And so the issue really is that, we believe that as 50% of the country, as 50% of the country's population, right, it makes sense. And the opposite is to say that it makes no sense that our voices are not included in the highest lawmaking body, of the land, as well as when you bring it to the subnational level, as well as when you look at elective positions generally. And so we really face what seems like an impenetrable barrier in terms of our participation in politics and governance for a very long time. And like I said, the reason why this is important is because as fantastic and as great as we have when it comes to male allies, not every male ally can speak from a lived experience perspective on women's issues, right? And so they're very, very specific things that, while they're generalistic things that affect us as a nation and economically that we can all speak to as women and men, there are some very specific things that as women, we need to be in those rooms, be able to speak for, for the other half, right? And for our children and for the nation. We know the statistics. We know that currently only 4% of women are represented in the National Assembly. 4%, yes, in total in the National Assembly. 4 in the Senate out of 109 seats. And I really like us to sit with these numbers. And I'm sure a lot of other speakers were really in 16.
All right. It looks like Fabia's network is bad. Am I right, Michael and Emmanuel? If so, we can take on the next person. Am I right?
Is it shaky?
Yes.
Oh, you can't hear me?
We need to have your network properly, right, because of this.
Oh,
we can hear you now.
And now?
We can hear you now. Please continue.
Okay. So I was talking about the numbers, and please let me know if it still is shaky. So I was talking about the numbers, and I was saying that, as we all know, and I'm sure some other speakers may speak to this, we have, in terms of representation, 4 women in the Senate of the possible 109 seats, and we have 16 at the House of Assembly. So we have 20 women in the 469 seats of the National Assembly. That cannot sit well with anybody, both male or female. On the international level, in the International Parliamentary Union, as at August 2025, Nigeria ranks 178 out of 182 when it comes to gender representation. So surely, sirs and Mars, this state of affairs cannot continue. When we think about it, locally, we lose the opportunity of having women's voices on the table. And globally, we lose credibility and standing. And many of our lawmakers, including the Deputy Speaker himself, have talked about how embarrassing it is when they go on the national stage and they are asked about, women's representation in politics and in parliament. And, these figures keep coming out. So it's now actually a global embarrassment. And I think that it's time that we do something about it. And so the special seats bill, the reserved seats for women bill, is a temporary measure which represents one possible step in an ocean of barriers. So this bill does not cure for everything, but it is a good step in the right direction. And as we all know, it's not for perpetuity, right? The bill, this this law is not that it will run for perpetuity. It is a corrective measure, and that can be reviewed after 4 elective cycles, which is in about 16 years. And in the scheme of things, if you look at how long we've been chasing the Gender and Equal Opportunities Bill, 16 years is not a long time. And so by passing this law, we did not tamper with existing seats. Instead, those seats remain open, but remain open to be contested and won as they have always been contested and won, right? But
good, because this is a live broadcast. So Rose, I need you to let me know if her audio is good, but I think her audio is slightly bad. Yes, network is not so good. So Fabia, help me wrap up, please, so that we can take on the next person. Your audio is not so good, please.
Okay.
In 1 minute,
for that.
help me wrap up,
I'm not
That's
sure
okay.
why.
That's okay.
Okay. So I would end my submission by urging us all to care, to correct what is the historic wrong. We need to care about making our political system more representative and inclusive.
So Fabia, I'm going to have to thank you. We need to move on to the next person. The audio is not the best, will not be in vain. And also I need to acknowledge the Deputy Speaker, who is a sponsor of the bill. Right Honorable Okezie, thank you very much for pushing the bill and sponsoring the bill. At this point in time, I would like to, this is Women Radio, WFM 91.7. It's 11:15 this Friday, 12th of December, 2025. We're on YouTube. You can listen to us on YouTube, on Facebook, at WFM 917. Rose, I need to be sure that the network is good from my end as well. Please just respond to me and let me know. Thank you. I'm going to be calling on Honorable Itunu Oluwa Maria Shoneregun. This is the first female speaker, Lagos State Youth Parliament, and she is the Deputy Chairperson, Conference of State Youth Parliament Speakers in Nigeria. Hi, Honorable Shoneregun. Can we have her on, please?
Yes, ma.
How are you?
Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Good, ma. How
Good morning. Honorable, we're very proud of your achievement. You're the first female speaker, Lagos State Youth Parliament. We're very proud of your achievement, and it's good to have you on this platform. So can you tell me what your thoughts?
Watching, who have been waiting and who are being hopeful for a better tomorrow. We are aware of the alarming low rates of women's inclusion, just as rightly pointed out by the first speaker, that in the